It's early June already, and we're just a few sleeps away before Nintendo's latest multiplayer-focused IP known as ARMS hits store shelves. For those interested, you may be wondering which characters along with their starter ARMS appeal to you the most. Each character fills a specific niche of playstyle and comes ready with unique abilities that gain the upper hand or even counter others within the ARMS arena. This is Matt from New Game Plus, and here's a quick rundown of what to expect from each character in ARMS. Kicking things off with Springman, he is more suited towards beginner players. While his health gets low, he gains permanent attack charge. His punches are also reflected if he is attacked right after the charge expires. However, these unique abilities for Springman are quite high risk. On the upside, for beginner players especially, it opens them up to the concept of high risk, high reward gameplay, which is quite prevalent within ARMS. Ribbon Girl is a fairly versatile character and is best suited towards the more reactive player. She has amazing dash and vertical game. She can jump multiple times in mid-air, and it's great for baiting enemy punches and punishing whiffs. She can also utilize a dive bomb move by holding dash while in mid-air, and it's good for closing in on enemies and even resetting your jump count. However, the downside is that there is some heavy execution required, and she is vulnerable to multiple hits if hit in the air, along with some meaty setups from the opponent. Ninjara as a character is geared towards more technical players. His horizontal movement options are fantastic, and he can warp around by dashing mid-air, or it can even be used as a counter by blocking and then dashing straight away. However, he is very execution heavy. His unique skills are quite contingent on good reaction times, so be very careful. Moving on towards Master Mummy, if you find heavy hitting Iron Curtains appealing, look no further. One of Mummy's distinguishing features is super armor. Master Mummy can take several hits without having to worry about hit stun. He can also heal HP while he blocks. However, the biggest downside at this point in time is movement. Players will have to entice opponents to them, as Mummy's speed is quite abysmal and he cannot heal while moving, making rushdown game extremely difficult. Flipping the tables on character archetypes is Minmin. This is more suited for the rushdown player. Minmin's spin kick, which can be performed in mid-air, can repel attacks. Another positive is also charging the Dragon Arm while having it equipped on the left hand side allows you improved properties such as higher attack damage as well as spread. The downside for charging the Dragon Arm is that it takes longer for the attack to activate when you punch, and the change also provides a visual cue to alert the opponent when it's charged. So don't be too alarmed if you find that you're missing the attack, it's just that the opponent is a lot more aware of what's happening. A potential solution, depending on how aware your opponent is by using the left arm as a distraction and utilizing the right arm to actually connect with attacks. Mechanica is a very interesting amalgamation of different character archetypes, and is geared more towards the Virtual On and Gundam Extreme vs Faithfuls. She can hover by holding dash or jump either vertically or horizontally, and is perfect for closing in on enemies or providing adequate spacing. She also has super armor, but unfortunately, unlike Master Mummy, she has no healing capabilities, so your health bar will feel like it dwindles quicker thanks to the super armor, so just make sure you keep an eye on that HP gauge. Twintelle is yet another ARMS character for the reactive crowd. She can slow down incoming punches while charged up either mid-dash or even in the air, and it's perfect for guaranteed whiff punishes or even hit confirms into your rush mode if you're positioned properly. However, the constant charging can leave you wide open with your opponent, so improper timing and use will result in quite predictable play, so make sure you use it only when the situation calls. Bite and Bark will really get the motors going for players that are into utility and trickery. Bark is an AI controlled bot that auto attacks the opponent. The damage is quite minuscule, but allows constant harassment and distraction while you throw your own attacks. Bark can also be used as an impromptu jump pad. In this state, Bite will also repel punches. However, having all these tools of the trade comes at a price. Bark can be attacked and temporarily disabled. After it reactivates, it will take some time before he is back by your side, ready for use, leaving you vulnerable for precious seconds. Just as a side note, Bite's horizontal movement also leaves a lot to be desired, whether it be just general movement speed or dashes. Kid Cobra is a terrifying opponent, and he's recommended for the close quarter specialists. Quick steps will occur when Kid Cobra dashes while charged. This allows for quicker response times and less recovery frames, which is especially good for counter hits, or even closing in on the enemy or going for a quick grab. Kid Cobra also jumps the quickest out of all characters in the game roster thus far. And despite all this, his standard dash is considered the slowest of his movement options, so you need to rely on charge quite strongly to take full advantage of his quick stepping and overall speed. The downside to this is that you're constantly vulnerable when you're charging, so make sure you're spacing just right before you activate the charge again. Lucky last we have Helix, and he's geared towards more of the cheeky players. Helix can bait incoming attacks from the opponent by holding jump to extend his height, which resembles that of an inflatable tube man you see at used car lots, and reducing it by dashing. This can also be used offensively for when higher ground is required. His overall speed is quite average though, so don't spend the entire fight passively dodging or dashing. Make sure you annoy the opponent and throw some punches of your own. And that just about covers the strengths and weaknesses of each character within the launch roster of ARMS. While Nintendo have confirmed there will be plenty more characters post-release, hopefully this quick rundown gives you the knowledge to make an informed decision on the original launch cast. Be sure to give each one a go on release day, as you'll never know. The character you're paying the least attention to right now just might appeal to you later on. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe here at New Game Plus TV.